it's Erika. Welcome to part 1 of my first listen for Jay Park's The One You Wanted. I was gonna do this because I'm like, there's a lot of songs on here. It's gonna be a lot to do for a first listen, but you know what? I said it in a music video reaction and people were just like, do it, and I was just like, fine, I guess I'll check them out on my own anyway. So, but it's been a minute, I know. I'm trying to get through all the first listens that I have on like the back burner because it's a lot and I gotta get through them, and I'm not gonna get through them if I don't kind of just like force myself to, because I could get through music videos, dance practice reactions like crazy, but first listens, they take a little bit more time because they're longer to edit and stuff like that. So yes, this is not going to be all 20 tracks, it's going to be the 12 songs I have not checked out yet. More than 12 other songs were released before the album dropped, but I did not check all of them out, so that's what this is going to be for. I will still talk about the other tracks on the album because we're talking about a complete project, a full R&B album from Jay Park, and I mean, it's just really showing my love for getting 20 tracks on an album. Like, that's, oops, don't start playing music now, Spotify. But like, it's just really showing that appreciation for that, because we get like full albums that be like less than 10 tracks, and it's insane. And like this, the most you kind of get these days is like 10, unless it's like a compilation album like BTS did, or like 17 is done, you know what I mean? And those aren't like new songs, those are just all like the title tracks and all the favorites, you know what I mean? So really just getting like an album that is kind of put out as a project of like 20 tracks is just like something to appreciate these days, okay, in the space that we exist in. So I'm excited to be checking this out. It's an R&B album. I love R&B albums. The last one that Jay Park dropped was called Everything You Wanted. Yes, and that was in 2016. That means it's been like 8 years since we got like a full R&B project from him. But again, he's been releasing these songs within the past year or two, as like singles and stuff like that, or like Jay Park seasons. But now we're kind of getting it all in like a full little project. I mean, he constantly is releasing singles and stuff like that. Like McNasty is not a part of this album. That's like a whole separate girl. You know what I mean? But yeah, I have to break this stuff into parts because if I do 20 tracks in one video, YouTube is gonna, they do it at like 5, okay? They really at like 5. So I gotta break it into part, but I can do 4 tracks per video. So if there's 12 I'm reacting to, that means I can do 3 parts. Math is your friend. Not color-coded lyric videos for this one because nobody made color-coded lyric videos for like the whole album. Makes sense, you know what I mean? You don't always get them for like R&B and like Korean hip-hop releases. So it definitely makes sense there, but we're gonna still be checking them out even if I'm not understanding every single word that is being sung. We're still catching the vibes of what everything is gonna be for this album. So these are the ones I'm not gonna be checking out for this one. You have to go to the respective like music video reactions to get my thoughts on those, and then I'll also be dropping thoughts as I kind of go along the album. But we're not doing Taxi Blur, Give Me a Minute, Candy, Ganadara, Need to Know Why, Yesterday or You're Mine. Did I get all of them? Is that all of them? Let me double check that. Taxi Blur, Give Me a Minute, Candy, Ganadara, Need to Know Why, Yesterday You're Mine. Yeah, that's 8 out of the 20. Yeah, so those we've already checked out. I think, yeah, no, I haven't listened to the other ones. Did I do Why? Did I say Why? Did I say Why? Yeah, no, because I'm at least with 12. Yeah, because I got 12 up here, so yeah, but that's how we're gonna be doing it. So I'm excited to dive into this one. We're just gonna go top down through the list, kind of avoiding the songs in it, but again, as like I kind of going through the list, and if it's like, oh, this one to be included, because I think a top down listen is important. Like, what's the flow of the whole album? Is it like something you need to listen to in a top down? Like, is it telling a story, or like how's kind of the flow of it? You know what I mean? So yeah, the first song we are checking out is X3, so I think that's like how Chris Brown did yeah, but it was yeah X3. So that's the first one we're checking out, featuring is it Duddy? Because I'm assuming if it's like Korean, the 2 is E, so a lot like a Doki, you know what I mean? Duddy? I don't know. I'll find out in a minute. But girl, I'm just overwhelmed by what I did to myself today. But yes, so I am excited. Let's just dive into the first track. Let's go. We're gonna check the producer credits. Okay, yeah. And I like checking out like because it's like different R&B. It's not like the K-pop R&B that I'm normally used to checking out. You know, it's a different vibe. I roll up my sleeves and everything. I feel like it definitely is like a good track to kind of set the tone for the type of album you're getting. If you didn't know before, this is what it's kind of serving, you know? But it's also kind of very signature, like a J Park R&B sound. Like if you like this, check out the rest of the album, check out his older stuff. He said vocal runs. And I like how it's like a full track, it's not just like an intro type of thing. But maybe that's more how like K-pop albums are structured, and that's what I'm normally used to checking out. I like it though. It's a great track. The production of it's great. It's good R&B. It's J Park's type of R&B. If you like this stuff, check out this album. Like check out the rest of the album. Check out his previous stuff. This is definitely what he's serving. I feel like it's a very signature type of J Park track. It's not like I tell you like it's R&B. You know what I mean? It's not like a more kind of upbeat driven, more popular one like Give Me a Minute, but it's not also like slow ballad like, you know what I mean? Like some of the tracks on this album, but it's just like a good sort of middle ground. If you're talking like R&B, this is definitely what it is. There's a feature there. J Park always has had great features and he collaborates with like everybody, so there's like no surprise there, but I think it's a great one to start out with. And then the next track is actually Taxi Blur featuring Nazi. Love that track. I think it's great. Another amazing feature. The next track we're going to be checking out is Mayday featuring Ty Dolla. I did check this. I checked out the dance practice, so I have had like a brief listen to it, but it's a difference between when you're kind of sitting down, consuming the song, listening to it versus kind of like reacting to it in like a dance practice and stuff. The audio isn't the best, you know what I mean? So I said I need another listen here. So yeah, I'm excited to get a little bit of like a better listen here. It definitely, I think, is going to be the part of the album where we kind of go from like the more slower R&B to start us off with to a little bit more upbeat fun R&B, I guess we'll say. So yes, Mayday featuring Ty Dolla $ign, let's get it. Oh, Cha-Cha Beat Boy, girl. Ooh. Makes sense. Makes sense. I could have busted out my cha-cha jacket. I could have. I got two. Yeah, and I feel like it's another J Park signature sound, but because it's also cha-cha. Name two people who've collaborated more in life than cha-cha and J Park. Like, come on. And it's good every time. If it's a cha-cha beat, it's gonna be a banger. It's also the type of R&B that's not like specific to just like K-pop music, you know what I mean? Even though K-pop does have like a lot more like a global sound now, it's kind of like J Park's always had that type of vibe, you know? For sure. Whoa. Hard turn cold, but she pretty in her face. See me in the street, shawty made me hit the brakes. Damn, I wasn't straight up for no one. I was screaming all the sign to the sun. You really drive me crazy. 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 And it's so strange because I feel like a lot of times when he does collaborate with, I don't know if it's all the time. I feel like most of the time, or like I expect him if he's collaborating with like Western artists, that it's more like an English track. So it's cool that this one is like Korean and English, you know? Oops. But no, it's a good track. It's a banger. Cha-Cha produced it. Automatic banger. In my book, it's on all the playlists already. And I think it's just like a great song in general. And Ty Dolla kills it. Features great as expected, you know what I mean? And I overall really like it. I think it's cool, again, because he could definitely have like, because he does have like so much English songs, so much Korean songs, so much like Korean English versions of tracks, you know what I mean? It can definitely be like two separate things, but kind of just like the coexistence of the both of them is just like really cool. And there's like, he's definitely an artist that I feel like has always done it differently. And kind of just like continues to do it in the way that he's been doing it. Because you look at like if a K-pop artist has like and like there's a few other like Korean R&B artists who kind of do that Korean hip hop ones. But if you look at like if a K-pop artist is kind of releasing like an English track, it's much more a Western marketed type of track, you know what I mean? Like the production will sound a lot more Western. It'll be specifically kind of like marketed for that type of market, you know what I mean? Versus kind of just releasing like an English sort of thing, you know what I mean? Like there's so many artists you can look at who do release English music heavily to where there is that difference. There's a couple where the lines get a little bit blurred, you know what I mean? And J Park is one that blurs the lines entirely. No lines exist. But then, you know, there's the other one. So I think it's just like really cool to sort of just like still get that in like, it's much different now, speaking about it now, than say like 9 years ago, you know what I mean? Because the landscape is just like so different, but it's still cool that he is still like consistently doing what he's always done before. You know, we love it. We love to see it. So the next track we're gonna be checking out is Like I Do, J Park remix. And this was already previously released. It is my fault for not checking it out because there even is a visualizer to it, which we are literally going to be checking out the visualizer for it. And I think it was originally who's originally on there? Let me check the credits. J Tager, I think. So yeah, this is just like the Jay Park remix, I don't know, version of the track, because it doesn't say anybody's a feature for this one. But yeah, I'm liking the flow of the album. It's kind of giving a slower R&B, just pure R&B, you know what I mean? A little bit more upbeat R&B, leaning to a little bit more pop, R&B pop, you know what I mean? So I think it's a good like variety of R&B that we are getting on the album and stuff. And while I do love the type of R&B K-pop has been given to us, it's refreshing to kind of get a different type of sound and stuff, you know? So yeah, so let's finally check out Like I Do. Enjoy the visualizer with me. It's crazy because like visualizer sometimes just like it's a music video. Just call it a music video. It's so dope, but the production of it's dope.
You're on my mind, you're on my mind. Do you know I'm thinking about you all the time, all the time. Let me pull up to the place you at. I'll give you my heart, baby, just don't give it back. Cause all I wanna do is fuck you till the early morning. Drive, cool, you wanna drive it down real soon. I just wanna love you like I do, cause I never had someone like you.
I mean, like the production, again, of some visualizers, it's like, it's better than music videos. Like, this is a good quality video. It's well edited. It's well shot. It's fun. Just call it what it is. Alright, which one was that actually originally released with? Because I think it was a Jay Park season, right? It was Jay Park season 1. So when Your Mind got released, this one was accompanying it. So this was a little bit more upbeat, kind of fun one. Your Mind was definitely a little bit more slower, intimate type of track. So yeah, how many have I done at this point already? Girl, I'm lost. I am lost. Okay, so I've done 1, 2, 3. Last one we're gonna be checking out is Dedicated to You. Give Me a Minute. Great title track for the album. It's upbeat. You got Tongue Ha on there. Mother is Mothering. It's just a great track. Candy, really dope track with Zion T. Ghana Dada featuring IU. We still love her. She is still a great track. We love her. IU feature is amazing. And there's a lot more like kind of K-pop features on this one, which is not something Jay Park has kind of done before. He's always kind of collaborating more Korean R&B or like with like Korean rappers and stuff like that. But I do kind of like this sort of vibe of kind of like getting a lot more kind of K-pop idols on a track, because it definitely kind of showing different sides of like the idols, but like also kind of just like cool collabs, you know what I mean? So yeah, I had to run it down because Dedicated to You was just like way down there. But yeah, it's funny ending part 1 when it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on like the 8th track on the album. But I haven't checked this out. I think this was also released as a Jay Park season, which I didn't. Jay Park season 3, and this was just a single by itself. So, and I haven't listened to it yet, and it's a part of the album. So what are we doing here? This is what we're doing here. But I'm excited to be checking this out. I mean, yeah, it's just giving pure R&B, pure raw R&B album, and it's great. I like it. I think it's so far just like a great vibe for like the album. Like if this is what you wanted, girl, it's what you wanted. It's literally the one you wanted. Like, come on. Yeah, let's get Dedicated to You. Oops, that was me. That's my fault. But also kind of like each song has like a different vibe too. It's like very interesting.
This song is dedicated to you, my love. You're the only one I'm thinking of, my baby. That's for sure. You're
case you had any questions who it's dedicated to. Oh my god, I almost dropped my phone. Is it on English?
One day I would have you in my arms. We loving and we kissing in the morning. I love it when you see me when I'm touring. With you, baby, never a dull moment. Girl, it's never boring. Always make a story. That's worth it. Telling 1,000 times. Make me laugh, make me cry. Never wanna say goodbye. Hey, girl, you're always on my mind. No, no. Baby, girl, you're on my mind. Baby, girl, you give me life. No, no. Girl, I'll never tell a lie. 'Cause with you, I wanna try. Listen. This song is dedicated to you, my love.
It's a cute song. It's a sweet song. It's a good R&B one. Because it could be songs where he says, I want to fuck you till the morning. But he can also be just like, it's a sweet, this is dedicated to you. You can do both. And he also gets to show off kind of like vocally, which is great. Singing. We love singing. Produced by Cha Cha. I didn't hear Cha Cha beat. Did I not? Did I not? Was it in the beginning? I didn't catch it if it was, which is crazy behavior. I'm always listening for a producer tag. But definitely makes sense. Definitely sounds like it. I mean, it's, again, I reiterate myself, if it's a cha-cha beat, it's gonna be a banger, you know what I mean? But I kind of like the tracks that we're getting. There's like a good variety of like the different types of like R&B that there is, kind of more slower, kind of, I want to say like ballad-like one that's a little later in the album, but you know what I mean? Like the variety is just like really good in terms of the different sounds, because you have the more like upbeat ones, like yeah, you can play R&B in the club, girl, I am there. But then also kind of just more like sweeter, kind of slower ones, you know what I mean? And it's a good variety. It's a great album to sort of get all that, and like again, just being like a pure R&B album, like there's not too many albums these days that are just like so genre specific. Especially that I react to. I mean, there can be with like some SM solos and stuff, like some of them may kind of lean more R&B and stuff, or if it's that, or it's like if it's only that, or if it's like rock, you know what I mean? Or unless you're like a group that's just like dedicated to doing like specifically like hip-hop music, or again, like it has to be like your group is like so genre specific. But for someone who does like multiple genres and stuff, it's not very often that I ever come across for like solo works that is just like specifically that sort of thing. Again, it's more like a case-by-case basis, because like if you're like a member of just like a group and then you do a solo vibe, but then your solo stuff all has like this certain sort of vibe, that's kind of like solo work, you know what I mean? Versus I guess like soloists who like to play and like to experiment around, and so they always want to try or like showcase all the different sides of them in like one album, you know what I mean? But I think getting a dedicated project is really, really nice too as well. So that's gonna do it for this part, girl. I'm having like, cause I don't like, I'm just going on Spotify, I have all the songs added in my playlist from the actual single, so I don't actually need to see what I've seen before, so I'm trying to remember by the titles what I know and what I don't know, and I'm stressing, girl. But yeah, I'm really loving it so far, just pure R&B, you know what I mean? I think it's the first English track on the album. Yeah, because all the other ones have Korean in them, but I think it's a great one. It's good so far. Like, if this is like, I feel like people kind of want this R&B. They crave this type of R&B. They crave this kind of music. But then again, I think it's just that they make posts just to make posts. You know what I mean? Instead of going out and actually finding what you are looking for. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta deep dive, you gotta listen, you gotta pay attention to what's happening everywhere. But that's what I'm here for. But yeah, so far I really liked it. You go to put your thoughts and comments below what you thought about Like I Do, Mayday, and Dedicated to You. Yes, those are the 4 ones you checked out in this album. You could also leave thoughts about Kenny Got a Daughter, Give Me a Minute, and Taxi Blur, even though I've already checked those out. Your thoughts, comments down below. Part 2 is going to be, it looks like Sip on a Little 100 Days Foreign and Never Again. Part 3 is going to be Love is the Ugly, Recall, Chapter, and Piece of Heaven. Yes, those are what the parts are going to be. Again, not checking out the ones that I've already checked out. Yeah, you gotta go. I'll talk about it at the end of the album, my thoughts on how it is as like a full project. But it's looking really good. We're almost halfway through, technically, of the album. But yeah, I'm really loving it. I'm liking what I'm hearing. It's good music and stuff. I mean, it's like, it doesn't have like bad music, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm really liking it. I'm really liking what I'm hearing. So I'm excited to check out the rest of the album, the rest of the collabs. So please go to part 2 for that. But again, any thoughts, comments down below. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you liked me and you want to see more of my videos, go and hit that subscribe button. If you want to see my videos the second they come out, hit that notification button. If you want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, or description down below, or at the end screen. If you like gaming content, I have a gaming channel. It's called Erika. Currently playing Horizon Forbidden West, so if you could join me over there for that. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.